understand. They didn't even want to understand.
When they took your bedroom set away?
Mm-hmm.
Why did they do that, Aaron?
Because I've had it for a while. They said it had to go. I was trying to tell them, but they kept denying it and ignoring my issues. And I just kept drinking my way to sorrow. I kept scaring my friends, and they couldn't think that they didn't do anything. I kept begging for my family's support. They just said go to therapy, but that wasn't the case yet. They had to work with me on it. They were trying to force me.
Aaron Ybarra was an individual who gained attention as the perpetrator of a shooting incident at Seattle Pacific University in 2014. On June 5, 2014, 26-year-old Aaron entered the campus armed with a shotgun and opened fire, resulting in multiple casualties. 19-year-old Plea was shot dead and 2 more students were injured. Several students intervened and managed to overpower him by tackling him. John Mice, another SPU student, used pepper spray in his eyes to subdue him until the arrival of law enforcement. In this captivating video analysis, we delve into the intriguing course of events during Aaron Ybarra's interrogation following the shocking incident at Seattle Pacific University. Our focus is twofold, gaining psychological insights into Aaron's mind and examining the tactical approaches employed by the officers to uncover the truth behind his actions and understand his motives. Let's explore the depths of Aaron's psyche.
Are you going to ask questions, or do you want me to just start explaining?
Why don't you start explaining?
I grew up in a Christian home. My family's very Christian.
Okay.
I started off being that way.
And Aaron, I don't mean to interrupt you, but can you lift your hand up a little so your mouth, so we can hear you a little better?
How's that?
That's better.
And I had a high level of OCD since I was 13. And I was lonely growing up. I felt like I started to become psychotic or something, because I noticed I've been living in fantasy than reality. I made people want to hate me because I thought I was part of them, but when I was really...
Part of what?
I was part of their crew when I was really bugging them.
Okay.
And then, because I kept going to the same spots over and over, because it was part of the routine. And I need certain belongings and certain routines to keep me sane. I don't know why, but it was just like that.
What do you mean belongings?
Like, I needed certain things for my routines, like my cologne, my bedroom furniture, and just certain things, just basic things, like what people, I can't really explain everybody's OCD, but I need certain belongings and they can't go until it's ready, until a certain time.
And that's what made your day normal?
Yeah.
Okay.
I knew if something affected that, it would automatically change my mental state. It made the compulsion go from good to evil.
A flat tone in interrogation may suggest the suspect attempting to appear calm and detached, potentially to avoid self-incrimination. However, it doesn't determine guilt or innocence, as communication styles vary. It's just one factor in assessing a suspect's behavior.
Well, let me ask you this. Have you ever had contact with the police in any of these times or anything like that?
No, I was just going insane. Well, not insane. I was just losing it. My OCD, I have requirements. I had to take it in my own hands to get the respect. Well, not just respect, but every situation had a price to pay.
What do you mean, situation?
Like if someone threw off a routine or someone took something from me that I needed, there had to be a price to pay. Whether if it was, in cases like that, if there had to hurt or kill someone.
It is evident here that his psychotic symptoms like delusions and hallucinations are making his OCD worse. His need to do certain things has grown stronger due to this. This is where it shows the violence that is outpouring.
It was just a high level where I couldn't handle myself.
Have you ever hurt anybody before?
No, and I knew I was being safe about it. I stayed away from those kind of people. because I was trying to be good.
Mm-hmm.
I knew I had a future to live up to, and I wanted to be the good guy.
Mm-hmm.
In the preceding clip, it becomes clear that the effects of the pepper spray were wearing off, as his eyes showed signs of improvement. With direct eye contact and persuasive body language, the interrogator gained deeper insights into his psyche.
She diagnosed me with transient psychosis and OCD. But when she told me I had OCD, I realized that it's on a higher level than what people really think. Like, I can't control myself no matter what's going on.
Okay.
I can't control my mental state. Even if I wanted help, I couldn't stop wanting to do the things that I've been planning on doing.
Okay.
In this revealing clip, Aaron openly acknowledges the facts surrounding his compulsive actions and articulates his own reasoning behind them. His willingness to express himself provides the interrogators with valuable insights into his mindset. His keen self-awareness becomes a powerful defense mechanism. Notably, his repeated admissions of "I can't control it" suggests a fixation on the notion that his actions stemmed from an implied psychotic episode.
How long have you had these feelings?
The evil feelings or the good ones?
Both.
Since I was 13, the good feelings, up till 23 when my stuff got taken away. My bedroom furniture got taken away.
So in the last 3 years, you've started having these bad feelings?
Yeah.
And can you describe the bad feelings to me?
I just felt nothing but hate, 100% hate towards the world, towards everyone. I threatened to massacre the local bar once, because I just wanted everything and everyone to die. And then Columbine came to mind. I don't know how, but it just hit me. When I was watching the news when I was a kid, Columbine, like Eric Harris just came into my head. The mastermind of the shooting.
Right.
And I kept identifying with him ever since the past 3 years, because he just made everything so exciting. He made hate so exciting.
Aaron's obsessive nature is quite visible in this clip. In the realm of transient psychosis, derealization emerges as a prominent symptom. Aaron refuses to distinguish between the reality before him and the fantasy woven by his all-consuming obsession with hatred and violence. His obsession over Eric Harris, the mastermind behind the 1999 Columbine High School shootout, for the last 3 years, and then identifying as Eric and acting like him, reestablishes his obsessive nature.
You've had these bad feelings since about 23, the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Did you talk to this with your psychiatrist and and Dr. Good too?
Yeah, I told them everything. They know a lot more than anybody, especially Samantha Good. She knows almost everything I've told her. We had a lot to talk about in the past 2 years.
Did they ever confine you or anything like that?
What do you mean?
Like involuntary commitment or anything like that?
Voluntarily commitment?
Yeah, like at a hospital to be evaluated or anything like that?
No, I refused. They suggested it, but I refused because I've been into the emergency room for drinking. It was uncomfortable being in a hospital.
I totally understand that part.
While Aaron initially offers the common excuse of alcohol addiction to justify his refusal to be hospitalized, it is through his own words that interrogators can discern his true inclination. Through careful analysis, they uncover that he actually preferred to pose as a threat.
These dark feelings made me go from Christianity to admiring sadism. And that's when the hate started feeling really good, because I felt that God betrayed me. I've been praying for him to help me, but I didn't feel like he didn't answer my prayers.
Altered perceptions during transient psychosis can impact how individuals interpret reality, potentially influencing their beliefs. In Aaron's case, perceptual disturbance may have influenced his belief that God ignored his prayers, and as a way of taking vengeance, he shifted to have sadistic tendencies. The interrogators gained a deep understanding of Aaron's psyche and factors he wanted them to grasp. Now armed with the knowledge of his background and intentions, their focus sharpened on extracting the truth behind his heinous actions straight from him directly.
The officers were telling me, you said something about that you planned that, and you told me this already, but that you've taken a tour of that campus?
Yeah, 2 Mondays ago. I manipulated quite a few students, but I used 2 girls to give me a private tour. I didn't even have to ask. I acted like a transfer student, and the way I approached them made them want to give me a tour.
Where'd you meet them at?
I was just walking around. I don't know specific areas.
Up until now, the interrogator cleverly used a captivating tone to keep Aaron engaged in the conversation, making him feel more confident than he should. Equipped with the acquired information of Aaron's obsession with Eric Harris, the interrogator tried to go deeper. By sounding impressed with Aaron's visit to the university just 2 days before the attack, the interrogator manipulated him into sharing more details.
Did you get their names?
I met this one black girl. She was really nice. I don't know how to pronounce, or I don't really know how to spell her name. I don't know how to spell her name, but I think you pronounce it as Adroja.
Okay.
That's the closest I remember. And then she gave me about a 10-minute tour. Really helped me out in my writings. I told her I would single her out for doing that because I didn't even have to ask. She just volunteered, so I showed a little remorse for that.
Okay. Did she show you the whole campus?
As much as she knew.
Okay. Is she an English student, or was she a science?
Yeah,
okay.
I think I remember that.
And is she from the United States or from another country?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I know she lives in a dorm.
Okay. And remember if she was a freshman, sophomore, senior?
I don't remember, but I remember the second girl being a sophomore.
Okay. And the other gal, was she a white gal or black gal?
She was a white girl. Her name is Kylene. I mentioned her in my writings too. I showed remorse for her too. I told her I said I would single her out too.
She a science student also?
She told me she was into children's ed.
Oh, okay. So 2 Mondays ago, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
I even talked to the academic person. I manipulated him too. I was acting like I wanted to transfer there.
Where were you transferring from? Where was the story?
Edmonds Community College, where I was going a few years ago.
So this was academic advisor?
Yeah.
Remember who that was?
I don't remember his name, but he wore glasses. He had short blonde hair. He should remember me if my face is on the news.
Okay.
I wasn't really trying to get fame. I was really just trying to express my hate.
Aaron was proud of his actions, and his ability to manipulate people and his fixation on the same word is evident in this clip. Moreover, he had previously mentioned how it excited him. It's possible that he wanted to be as famous as Eric Harris, and accidentally revealed that he was aware of the possibility of appearing on TV. However, he quickly changed his statement and insisted that his actions were driven by spite and hatred, not a desire for fame.
Well, it's like, have you heard of the story about Alyssa Bustamante, the girl who killed her?
Yeah.
It's kind of like what she said. You're like, I can't believe I'm doing this, but once you do it, you're like, oh my God, it's so fun.
Right. And the guy, you mean today, the first guy you shot at? First
guy I shot. I was so pissed at him because he didn't take me seriously. I hate it when people disrespect me, but right. I can't let out I'm incapable of letting out my true feelings. But when I first felt I was able to get respect once I made that first shot.
In this clip, it is clear that the truth has begun to emerge. Aaron's defenses have crumbled, leaving him vulnerable and open about his true feelings. This newfound honesty presented interrogators with a wealth of opportunities to gather intricate details that would discredit his claim of psychosis. Instead, they sought to demonstrate that Aaron's actions were premeditated and executed with a sense of pride.
I'm still at the point where you broke the shotgun down, you got 75 rounds.
Yeah.
You bought all that yourself?
Yes.
Okay. And
I bought that weeks ago. I hid it in my room. I knew my parents would respect my room, and I hid bolt cutters there because when I was going on my rant about killing people when I was on my issues.
Right.
In the preceding clip, Aaron revealed that his parents were already aware of the severity of the issue Aaron was going through mentally, yet they did not support him.
Well, I didn't even feel for how my loved ones felt. It's true what they say. I even wrote this in my journal. It's true what they say. When you go through a lot of stress at a period of time, you start to lose emotion and not feel anything.
Okay.
There's a big change that I felt.
When questioned about the beginning of his day, Aaron revealed that he had a conversation with his brother shortly before heading to the university to carry out his plan. Surprisingly, he recalled feeling no remorse during that conversation. This connects to the phrase he keeps on using throughout the interrogation of feeling nothing but hatred.
Couldn't stop wanting to.
Well, I understand that feeling. Let me ask you this. So when you get out, where do you encounter the first guy? Because, again, I haven't been out there.
I was trying to hold 2 people hostage just to have a little fun.
Right.
But they didn't take me seriously. They were laughing at me.
Did you show them the shotgun?
Yeah, I said, hey, you two get inside. There's one girl and one guy. They were talking to each other. Like, they were just standing there laughing at me.
Okay.
And then I pointed to that one guy that I shot, and I said, hey, you, hey, you, get inside. And he said, haha, you think you can scare me with that thing? And that's when I got mad. And I was going to shoot people anyway, but I was really mad at him for doing that.
Okay. Was that the first guy you shot?
That was the first guy I shot. When he turned his back and started walking, I put one in his shoulder. I think it was his shoulder. I didn't see any blood, but I saw him go down.
What's the capacity of that shotgun? How many rounds?
Oh, it's a double barrel, so 2.
Okay.
I accidentally dry fired my second barrel, so that's how I got caught. I can only load one round in because of.
But it's over under, right?
Yeah, it seemed like either the firing pin stuck or that round was a dud, and I just left it in there.
Okay. So basically, you're down to one barrel.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're like, you fire, then you have to reload.
Yeah.
Okay. And you said the second round in the second chamber didn't go off. The first guy you shot, you shoot him the first time?
Yeah.
Did you pull the trigger to hit him with the second time, with the second barrel?
I tried to hit the girl that laughed at me with the second barrel. And then, but she hesitated for about 5 seconds from being shocked.
Right.
And then she took off running, and while I was trying to pull the trigger, so I ejected that one, and then reloaded and went inside the building.
Okay. And then what did you do?
I saw a few people inside. When I was walking around the first time, I saw the guy on his laptop. I didn't point the gun at him, but I showed him the shotgun. I said, hey, he took off his earphones, and I said, I don't want to have to hurt you. The guy out there, I said, stay calm. I don't want to have to hurt you. He said, okay. He looked a little shocked because I had a gun in my hand.
All right.
And I said, I shot a man outside because he disrespected me. I don't want to have to hurt you. He said, okay. And then a girl came downstairs. I said, I don't want to have to hurt you. She laughed at me too and just kept walking. That made me mad too. She's like, I don't get respect from people. They don't take me seriously. I was growing up, people wouldn't take me seriously. They would just laugh at me.
So the gal that was coming down the stairs, when you showed her the gun and she laughed at you, did you shoot her too?
I shot her. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was in the arm, and then she screamed.
Okay.
And then the guy I was talking to at first, he took off running.
Okay.
And I tried to fire my second shot again, but I realized that was the bad barrel.
Okay.
And then I tried to eject the shell.
Okay.
I ejected it and tried to put a new one in, but I didn't break it in all the way, so that's why it took me so long to reload, and that's when the security came out and maced me.
From the preceding clip, the interrogators extracted a crucial revelation. Aaron's acts of violence were targeted at those who lacked respect for him or dismissed his actions. Conversely, individuals who showed fear or took him seriously were spared. Aaron himself quickly disclosed the reason behind this pattern. Reflecting on his upbringing, he explained how most people in his community failed to understand or take him seriously, often laughing at him. As someone who was often picked on as a child, he harbored a deep-seated thirst for vengeance.
Can you see good enough right now?
No, I've been trying to open my eyes, it just won't work.
Do you have any problem giving us authorization to get your medical records from your doctors?
As in your permission?
Well, we need your permission.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Here's my pen.
I got caught, so now I have to accept it. That's all I'm going for.
Well, I appreciate you cooperating with us, that's for sure. Real quick right here, I need you to open your eyes so you can see some of this, so I can read it to you.
Okay.
This is just an authorization to disclose protected health information. I'm going to put your name on here.
while he's doing that, I just have a couple questions
Sure.
about the OCD. You were kind of, and I'm asking because I don't understand it. I don't know much about it.
Mm-hmm.
You were saying the thing about the bedroom furniture and about the cologne. Is there any other examples that you can tell me about that that would really get under your skin?
I can't confront anybody. That's why I've been holding my anger into. I've been taking people's crap for so long. If I get hit or anything, then I have no choice but to kill them. So that's why I've been backing down from fights and all that.
Okay. So
people started not to take me seriously or anything. When I said I would mess somebody up, I didn't mean fighting. I meant sadistically.
Okay. And you've never hurt anybody before?
I never wanted to.
When I get your journal and I start reading your journal, are you going to have notes and stuff about this in there?
Oh yeah, I'm telling you some things that's going to be in there.
What else?
What?
What'd you say?
I'm telling you some things about that's what's going to be in there.
What's in there?
Oh, just what we've been talking about.
Oh, okay. So you've been writing all this stuff down?
Yeah.
Before you acted it out?
Yeah. I wrote it just to get people to understand, even though there was going to be no forgiveness.
So in essence, you thought maybe you might die during this situation and you wanted people to know.
That's the plan. I was planning to die this whole time.
Okay.
Aaron cooperated fully with the interrogators, granting them permission to access his counselors' and psychiatrists' records. However, he revealed deep distress caused by the ignorance he faced growing up, which led him to avoid confrontation and to harbor a growing comfort with hatred. These psychological factors offer valuable insights into his mindset and potential influences on his actions. Once all the pertinent information was gathered, Aaron underwent the standard procedures for convicts, such as having his photos taken for identification and receiving a change of clothes. He was also informed that blood samples would be collected to determine if he had consumed alcohol or other substances. As the interrogation neared its conclusion, Aaron tantalizingly hinted at intriguing revelations to come in the following moments.
Do you have any questions of us or that I can answer for you?
No, it's pretty much all up to you.
Okay. Well, if you have a question or you want to talk about anything.
I do have one thing to ask. How the people that I shot, how are they doing? There's a reason why I'm asking this.
Okay, what's your reasoning?
I thought about what I did, and because since this is supposed to be a suicide matter, I stopped caring, but when I pictured his body dropping, her screaming, felt a little different.
Aaron's consistent avoidance of confrontation was evident in his behavior. He had failed to consider the emotional aftermath if he had not died. Now that he was alive, he had to confront the consequences of his actions and the weight of taking lives. These emotions were not fleeting. They were just as real as his intense feelings of hatred.
Have you ever been suicidal before this?
Yeah, I don't really tell it people, but yes, I have constantly, especially when I'm during my drinking. It's like all this, like when my stuff got taken away, my parents wouldn't understand. They didn't even want to understand.
When they took your bedroom set away?
Mm-hmm.
Why did they do that, Aaron?
Because I've had it for a while. They said it had to go. I was trying to tell them, but they kept denying it and ignoring my issues. And I just kept drinking my way to sorrow. I kept scaring my friends, and they couldn't think that they didn't do anything. I kept begging for my family's support. They just said go to therapy, but that wasn't the case yet. They had to work with me on it. They were trying to force me.
Aaron's needs stemming from his conditions were never fully understood by his family and friends. Even though he was targeted as a child, his family never cared to address it. In today's society, it is crucial to recognize that therapy alone is insufficient. Comprehensive psychiatric treatment entails a support system within one's immediate environment. Unfortunately, Aaron lacked this crucial support. His fascination with violent and hateful actions merely reflected his unmet needs. As the famous saying goes, no one is born evil. During the 2016 trial, Aaron pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity, claiming he suffered from a mental illness and God had directed him to commit the shooting, but now he doesn't even believe in God. A crucial piece of evidence emerged in the form of Ybarra's diary, where he allegedly expressed his decision to stop taking antidepressant medication to experience the deep-seated anger resulting from years of school bullying. This revelation shed light on his pent-up frustrations and provided insight into his motives. After careful examination of the evidence and the interrogation footage, Aaron Ybarra was found guilty and subsequently sentenced to 111 years in prison. The culmination of the trial revealed the weight of the charges against him and the gravity of his actions. The case of Aaron Ybarra exposes the intricate link between psychological factors, traumatic childhood experiences, and mental health issues that fuel acts of violence. Aaron's case questions personal responsibility as his plea challenges the justice system's assessment of mental illness. His diary reveals a deliberate decision to stop the medication, adding complexity to evaluating his mental state. If there are similar cases you want us to cover, let us know in the comments section. For more such content like this, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel.